What's up, Nick? Just setting up right now, getting ready. Literally just got on water, just launched, set up to go live. Gonna go live, I think, until dark, possibly. Got some new sunglasses over Christmas break, so I got those to try out, along with a fresh Kitech. Looking for new subscribers and just looking to get some views and content, watch hours. Oh yeah, I forget you work Sundays, bro. That sucks. But yeah, nonetheless, you're getting off. You're done. All right. Here we go. 47 straps on the trolling motor now. Uh-huh. Not really, but why not? Not as cold as yesterday. It's well over 10 degrees warmer today than it was yesterday. This is a lake in Port Orchard, Washington. It's got some pretty good sized fish in it. I seen some other guys fishing on the other side of the bank further up the lake. I'm on the south end of the lake. And I started to go over and fish that same side. Instead, I caught myself. I come back around here. There's a couple other key spots over on this other side of the bank that I don't know if it had been fished just yet. Was my reasoning of swinging back around and coming over here and checking this out before. Roy, this is Long Lake in Washington, and in Port Orchard, Washington. Spokane. You got snow on the ground in Spokane? Been really mild over here on the west side. No snow, damn. I was born in Yakima. Raised in Whatcom County. All right, for those that do not know, I'm going to kick it off with a Kitech 7.8 with a modified underspin, 10-aught flashy owner swimmer hook. With a little modified, I take that stupid little weak wire off and put some hardware on it. Last a whole lot longer. Throwing on 65-pound braid, 7'9" heavy action rod. The 8-inch swim bait. It gets bit. This is the second time I've launched the boat here in 2026. I launched it yesterday. Made it about 2 hours into the day of fishing and had to call it due to a lack of feeling in my fingers. I got caught lacking without the gloves. I brought the gloves today, but like I said, it's about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday. I hope y'all got to see that milk come out of that bird's ass right over there. Pretty gross. But yes, it was freezing yesterday. Water temp is already warmer today than yesterday. Yesterday I went to a different lake about an hour away from here, and the water temp was just over 40 degrees. Water temp today is a 43.44. That's pretty warm. Given this lake is only 10 feet deep, everything grows a little bit faster at this lake, especially in the warmer months. I've seen some massive schools of bait at this lake. For being a little small lake, it's fish is really nice, really good. The giant grass lake. That's terrible. I think I can get you guys to put you guys up on the chesty. All right. Clip you in case I knock you out of my phone. I've already lost the phone at this lake about this time last year. As I was casting this very bait right here, and the hook decided to grab the phone and throw it right in the water as it was in the cup holder right there. Just like that. Yep. Damn, it hadn't been a minute. It's been a minute since I casted. I hadn't gotten my full arsenal back just yet from Bass Pro Shop, from them cleaning and fixing some of my reels. I have 6 reels coming back to me. So I just kind of had to throw together some shit to be able to go fishing this weekend. Little drainage discharge tube. Waiting to feel that thump. This is going to be an aggressive hook set. I should tighten my drag. Average size fish I catch on this, or average size fish that bites my bait, is a 3 to 5 pound bass. With that being said, that's all that needs to be said, and that's all I want to fish is this bait right here. Hard to pick up other shit or your traditional baits. No matter water's clear, muddy, this bait will get bit. Once again, it's a Kitech 7.8. This is in the coloration of Sexy Shad. This is my favorite one for the overcast, low light sky conditions. When you have bright, ultra bright, sunny conditions, I like the electric shad color. Those are the 2 colors that I mess with. There's a Malamute or a German Shepherd, or one eat your shit type of a dog. I think so. I'm just waiting to get thumped. So yes, I am fishing out of Washington State. There was a little tap, but I think it was a branch right there. So I'm fishing out of Washington State, Western Washington. We do have pretty mild weather. In the winter time, we don't have it like the East Coast has it, or the North, the central North, like the Great Lakes area. They have all different weather than what we have. That's one of the reasons why I'm out here right now hunting around. I feel like there should be some fish starting to make a move, starting to wake up. You see the remnant lily pads still pop the surface already. Water temp is 42.56 right now. This lake is only 10 feet deep at the deepest. Got about 4 or 5 different types of grass, about 2 or 3 different types of lily pads. It's literally like a jungle in the summertime. Outstanding little mini lake. Fishes pretty well for myself. Catch a lot of quality fish out of it. A bunch of natural springs that flow into the lake. But basically a long, narrow lake. Almost like a river system. Summertime, it gets like a washing machine. Check the chat here shortly. I appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday, February 22nd, 2026. It's technically my birthday today. I turned 47 years old today. So hopefully I can maybe catch a birthday fish. I have before in the past years, which is always great. But really, it's just to get out, stretch my legs, go through some of my gear, get ready for this upcoming season. Season as in I fish every weekend. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share this with your fishing buddy. If you want to follow me on a more of a personal level, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I post there just about daily. Pretty active on there. But yes, I tried to shoot my first fishing video yesterday, and it was an epic fail. So that is the main reason why I went live today. Try to make up for a little bit of yesterday. Holding these bait cast reels were like blocks of ice in your hands yesterday. especially those 8-foot rods with the mag drafts on them. Oh. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I fish larger and average size baits, and I catch larger and average size bass. Somewhat new, fairly new to the old swim bait category. But this Kitech, if it's any swim bait, I've been fishing the Kitech probably the longest. I still got a long ways to go in that glide bait world. And now they're coming out with a crazy soft plastic glide baits. But I caught my personal best bass on a buzz bait. So really, topwater is my claim to fame. I love a buzz bait, whether it's a single bladed or double bladed. Just a great way to catch a fish. Visually see it smash the fire out of your bait. Oh, that shit gets my blood pumping. All right, this should be a high percentage spot coming up right here. I'm to get a bite right here. It's gonna be right here. It's still kind of early. I'll be more susceptible to maybe getting a bite later in the day. It's 3:30 right now. I know the sunset's it's still light after 5. So I'm wanting to say it's probably going to be at least till 6. That's going to be the key time to be over here in this spot. That should be when the bass is most active towards the end of the day, the last hour. Not saying you can't catch them right now. You definitely can't catch them the way I want to catch them right now. But if there's one bait that'll get a bite, it's going to be this Kitech. All right, I should check the chat. All right, I'm going to check the chat. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Yeah. Not much in the chat. I probably sniped that seagull right off of that thing. YouTube, bam me then. The butt of the rod got caught in the tether. All right, I think it's time to jump to the other side. I think I'm gonna wait to see where this numbnut gonna go. The bird's all grouchy at me. I'm fishing for fun. He's trying to fish to live. I'd be grouchy too. Yeah, could that guy go a little bit faster? I'm ready to make a move. Oh yeah, still got the casting down. So sometime in the month of March is when a massive school of bass in the range of 3 to 5 pounds pull up on this spot on this lake. I usually can find them with this bait right here. Oh, I can't wait. It's coming. I can't wait for it. I don't know if I'll go live doing it either. I know some of y'all probably wanted to blow it up. Keep it secret. Maybe, maybe not. One hopper into the water. I'm surprised that water temp's that warm. It's 2 to 3 degrees warmer than what it was yesterday at the other lake. The other lake is like 25 feet deep, maybe 30 feet deep at the deepest. I want to say it was about 28 feet deep. But 500 acres, this is a 311 acres, I think. But the other one, that's where I caught my double digit on top water. I still see lots of grass just below the surface, which we didn't really have a winter. What the winters do is when it gets really cold, it kills a lot of this grass, kills it back. And when we don't have those real rough winters, it doesn't kill it back. So in return, it's going to flourish in the warmer months and grow probably twice as big as what it normally does. And then the state starts to pump those chemicals that kill the grass into the lakes. In return, I feel like it affects the bass. It got to. Definitely takes the habitat away from the bass. All right, I'm ready to get hammered. I'm about to make a move. Oh, hit that rope. Let's make a move. Now, this is the first live of 2026. I have many more to come this year. Uh-huh.
Yeah, brother. All right, here we go. Yeah, nothing like that. It was all quiet. Throw that shit in the water. Oh, there he is again. Oh, bitch. All right, here we go. Mr. Hulk Hogan, I would change my bait, but not just yet. You're obviously not familiar with my channel. Or you don't know the power of the Kitech. That's what I'm thinking it is. You don't know the power of Kitech, brother. Trying to do a little impersonation of Hulk Hogan. I just recently shaved my beard off, and before I shaved it off, I shaved some old handlebar mustache into my face. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. Of course, I had to shave all that shit off. I couldn't have that on my face, but man, it made me look so different. Oh, yeah, it was fucking hilarious, to say the least. Oh, man. My woman got to see it. Oh, come on, Biggin, where you at? God dang it, I'm too close. I got too long of a rod. Damn, here we go. We're gonna try something like this. Oh, yeah. This is when you can, when I fish in this bait at this lake, I will fish it slow, medium, high pace, fast, whatever. But a lot of times I will not take my eyes off of that bait. So as long as I can always be looking at my bait, therefore I will always know what my bait is doing. So if I feel a tap or anything different, I'm just more than likely going to set the hook. But if I'm always keeping an eye on it,
I don't have to look over at it and see what it is and wonder what it is. I can already look at it because I know what the hell my bait is doing. That's one of the coolest things, is to see a fish come out and flatline this 8-inch swim bait. Just out of nowhere. Or from a dock. If you're new to swim baits, pretty much like I highly recommend making this your first swim bait to get acquainted with. It'll open up the doors for all the mag drafts and the other shit, all the 8-inch, 10-inch mag drafts. This will be your introduction into swim bait fishing. Like, this is probably my #1 search bait in the last like 2, maybe 3 years. It's become my #1 search bait. I'm talking grass lakes and wood lakes, heavy cover lakes. It's about the only type of lakes I'm gonna fish. You can skip this bait as well. You rig it up where it's totally weedless. I just leave the point like that and just make sure that it rides kind of high and is basically weedless. Hook point still right there, easily pop free. But there are some instances that I will bury that hook point into the soft plastic of the Kitech. For the most part, I fish it just as is. I know for a fact this would kill it in Texas. This bait would kill it in Texas. I average 3 to 5 pound fish. They got way bigger fish than Washington State. I can only imagine what else would be biting this bait. Check these little concrete pillars. In the wintertime, these things will hold heat. Not like we've had a ton of sun. We actually had more sun today than we did yesterday, I feel like. The weather's been funky as it can get. Just needs to warm up just a little bit more, but it's coming. Probably look to be catching my first fish in the next 2 weeks. as these fish are going to start waking up. Fish in Washington State are going to start waking up. Once again, I'm fishing a Kitech 7.8 on a 10-aught owner flashy swimmer hook. Owner Beast flashy swimmer hook. 10-aught. 10-aught, it weighs ½ ounce. I throw a 7.8 Kitech on there, basically an 8-inch swim bait. Weighs about 1 ounce by itself. And the hook and the weight weighs, you know, ½ ounce-ish. So with everything I'll put on there and the modification with the blade and the split rings from the stupid little weak wire that they give you at the factory on that flashy swimmer hook, this whole kit and caboodle probably weighs just under 2 ounces. So you don't really have to have specific gear to be able to throw this swim bait. You could throw this easily on 7'6" heavy action rod with 65-pound braid easily and catch fish on it. I have it on a 7'9", 65-pound braid. This rod is rated 1 to 4 ounces. Throws this bait really nice, but you don't have to have that. You can have just a typical 7'6" heavy action 1-piece rod that's at least rated for 2 ounces, and you'll be set. This is an upgraded rod version of that, but you can easily throw some glide baits 1 to 4 ounces. You could throw some top waters 1 to 4 ounces. Throw some big shit with this rod right here, the Carbon Light Johnny Morris from Bass Pro Shop. Got to fish with it last year. Definitely a workhorse for me. I don't know what, there's some disruption over here. It's a main lake point. I don't know if a little bird's gonna pop up, look at me and say, hey. Probably not, but you never know. Got some shit on it. Got some hitchhiker. Debris free. Coming up on another good area. Usually a 4-pounder on this dock in the early year, just about right now. Maybe up to about the first week of March. I start coming into contact with a few females, a few males. Vegetation isn't going to start growing. At least the pads don't start growing until the water hits 50 degrees. Then you start seeing the lily pads starting to grow. I feel like the grass is going to be crazy this summer. Come August, they're going to spray the fire out of this lake. Great! If I had a full day of fishing this lake, I would definitely deploy the full arsenal at this lake, especially for this time of the year. Which is going to be a lot of pitching and flipping, a jig, maybe a soft plastic. I'm not much of a finesse fisherman, so I'll throw a lot of larger reaction baits, as those are known to catch larger bass. And there's a grouchy ass bird, man. Choke, you son of a bitch. Come here. I was coming back. Here it goes. I've had them try to get my frog before. Old Tan Wax in Pierce County, Washington, home of cops. The other one's messing with it right now. There's 2 of them pterodactyl looking birds. If I had more time, more daylight, I would flip all that stuff. Nice creature crawl on there. Come on, get off of this. Not even hooked. I am strapped for a little bit of time. There are a few spots along this side that I want to check out and see. There is a lot of unproductive water that I will fish. But there are more than a few very productive, high percentage spots that we'll come across. Like coming up right right past this dock is a high percentage spot. Year after year, I catch a 3 to 5 pounder in this area. During the spring, I probably catch over 10 fish that are over 3 to 5 pound fish from this area. Those aren't exact numbers. A lot of those are low-balled numbers. I'm telling you, I catch a lot of quality fish from this lake. This spot just past this dock has a like a little mini point, and it has 2 discharges. It has a little concrete retaining wall. You can see right over there. It has a corner. It's just a legendary spot, man. That shit was about to get pinched. Damn. A little discharge there. There's another one on the other side. Just a great spot. It'll only get better every day from here on out. In the next week or two, I'll get bit on this spot. Boost on the loose. Yes, it's been a minute. How you doing, sir? Hopefully that wasn't like 4 hours ago. Water temp is 42.82 degrees. So just shy of 43-degree water temp. Yeah, jerkbait, get them. Have you ever caught them on a Kitech? Or a big Kitech? So this is the arsenal I got going on right now. I got the jerkbait, the crankbait, the swim jig, the 10-inch mag draft. I got the umbrella rig, and I got the glide bait. I left the fairy wand at the house, or maybe it's in the rod locker. There's a couple other rods in the rod locker. Once again, I don't have my entire bag of golf clubs to play the game of golf right now. I should have my full arsenal maybe by this next weekend. If not, then the week within 2 weeks. The grass, I gotta keep it kind of high in the water column right there. Yeah, 40, 42 and, well, yeah, close to 43-degree water temp. That's pretty chilly. I do got to remind myself that it's still winter time. I have not caught fish here in February at this lake. I have caught fish up in Whatcom County at a grass lake. That's closer to Canada. That's supposed to get harder to catch largemouth up there, but I'll drive 2.5 hours north of here and be 20 minutes from the Canadian border catching bass in late February. Most time it's going to be a jig bite or a soft plastic creature bait type of a bite. I have caught jerkbait fish at Lake X in February. I have caught them on a crankbait in February. I've caught them on rattle traps. And that's about it. Gets a whole lot more baits in March. There's going to be a big temperature shift here in the PNW come March. I was hoping that little furry fuck was going to tell us we didn't have 6 more weeks of winter, but it is what it is. Sorry, cracking myself up. This is a brand new hook. I will be having a brand new video come out here in the next few days. If I decide to have it come out, and I may wait until the first part of March for this video to come out, but it's going to talk about the modification that I go through and I do and utilize, what kind of hardware I utilize to make this happen. Yeah, should just improve your underspin game or your Kitech game. Not having to worry about that stupid little weak wire break off. and then it totally takes the appeal of the underspin away from your swim bait. I feel like sometimes that's the meat and potatoes. Without having this little blade flash down there, it will not make that bass flip that light switch in its brain to come out and just kill this thing. But with that little blade turning right below it, seals the deal for that bass. Once it sees it, oh yeah, it's gonna kill it. I didn't see the fuzzy nuts over there. I didn't see the people sitting in the hot tub either. Funny. Biggest bass I ever caught here at this lake on this bait is a 660, and it come off of this very area. It was in May. Hitchhiker. Hope all is well. Thanks for tapping in on a Sunday. Sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to share this live stream with your fishing buddy. Check out some of my other content on my YouTube channel. Or follow me on a closer type of a thing. You can follow me on Instagram, as I post there just about daily. You want to follow me on a closer, more of a personal level. All right, come on, fishy. Doing a lot of casting, getting the cobwebs out of me, getting ready for the season, which yesterday I officially kicked off, as yesterday was an epic fail. But nonetheless, 2026 is in full swing. It's still technically winter. A lot of fish are still wintering on a lot of the lakes. There are methods to my mayhem about why I'm here at this particular lake in the early year. And that's simply because this lake is less than 10 feet at its deepest. So therefore it warms up the fastest. Has just about the first action of the year. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can go to a lot of lakes and get them to bite, but this is one of the most consistent bites that I've come across. but they really don't start to go on bed. You'll see males making beds, scratching spots up shallow. You'll see that, but there's so much that you don't see. Supposedly, you only see 10% of all the beds. So if you see a lot of beds, just think how many beds you're not seeing. Talking about the spawn, pre-spawn, the spawn, and the post-spawn for those that do not know what I'm talking about. That's still weeks, month away. There is some wood coming up between one of those docks. Could be a nice little kill box spot for it. Ambush unsuspecting prey. A rock. A little bit of time that I was on water yesterday, I did spook a fish up shallow. So that was encouraging yesterday, that not too far off from just popping off here in the Pacific Northwest. Still got a few more weeks, but it's coming. Some of the trees are already budding. The days are already starting to get longer. That was a shitty cast. But that's why I'm here, to get the cobwebs out of the boat, my gear, and myself. All right, there's some wood right here that I'm casting over. Oh, the blade's all fouled up. Swimbait's all fouled up. Come on. I'll come back just unscathed, working. Nothing wrong with it. I used to put this on 25-pound fluorocarbon. I would get so many bites with it, but I feel like I was missing some fish if I had braid as a main line where I had like no stretch, not like the fluorocarbon does. I think I'd be better off. Plus, I'm fishing for bigger fish and I'm around heavy cover. A lot of times that braid is going to be a better option. I could probably do a fluorocarbon leader, but I'm not much of a leader type of a angler where I'm going to tie a bunch of leaders on. I usually just go straight braid or straight fluorocarbon. I totally feel like I could get bit. Get the first bite of 2026. I'm dead serious. Within the next weekend or the weekend after that, within the next 2 weeks, I'll be catching my first fish. I couldn't make it real easy and just pick up a crankbait. I mean, that thing got 6 points on it. Jerkbait got 9. This just got one beefy ass point. That's it. One hook point. I feel like I could totally get bit. Water was below 40 degrees. I probably wouldn't even think about the Kitech. But with it within the low 40s, you know, after probably a sunny day, it could probably bump up to maybe mid 40s. Hey, that's definitely warm enough to get a aggressive bite on a 8-inch swim bait in February in the PNW. We just don't get that weather like everybody else does on the other side of the country. Like Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Maine, all that stuff. They get way different weather than what we do. I skipped that. The best about this is you could throw this shit anywhere. When you throw it on straight braid, you could throw it in pads, around grass, docks, rock, wood, laydowns, whatever it may be. If there's a big fish in the area, it's gonna totally go for that shit. But yes, if I didn't fish this bait, I would be fishing your typical baits, your crankbaits, your jerk baits, your rattle traps. I still fish that stuff from time to time, but right here, right today, 47th year on this earth, I'm gonna fish this. This is my go-to bait. So if your PB is below 3 pounds, and you can afford to get this bait, and man, I'm telling you, you'll catch your PB on this bait. Make sure you got 7'6" heavy action rod. You'll be good to go. If you're still stuck on that ferry wand, get off the ferry wand. Graduate to a bait caster. They'll help you out. Putting up, mate. I'm barking here. He's gonna see me. Oh yeah. I got some funky ears. shit, he looked like he'll go right in the water. If I don't want you in the water, then fuck them. There we go. Look at that shit. Well, that cat probably was like, what the fuck is that? That probably scared the shit out of that cat. Meow. Oh, here come Fuzzy. I've known that dog for like 4+ years, 5 years. All right, another high percentage spot coming up, especially early in the year. The next dock coming up. Usually it's one of my last good bites come off of this dock from this last fall, late fall, early winter, back in like late November. All right, here we go. One hopper. I fish that thing as slow as possibly I can, you know. You only can fish it so slow before it like hits the bottom, or it just doesn't do what it needs to do. Something I love that when I speed it up and I feel that donk, something just smokes it because that thing just sped up on it when I was tracking behind it. Big old clump of grass right there between these two docks. A giant house. Oh, I need to fix that. All right, let's go up and underneath this dock. Fix that swim bait. Oh, there's a shitty skip. Ooh, somebody burning some good. Ooh. Smell that Snoop Dogg in there. $4:35 p.m. Got at least another hour. Maybe. I'm starving though. I'm pretty hungry. All right, let's see something there. Thank you for tapping in on a Sunday afternoon. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to share this with your fishing buddies. I'm in Washington State hunting for late winter trophy largemouth with a 7.8 Kitech on a modified hook, 10-aught hook. Average size fish that I get to bite on this bait is a 3 to 5 pound bass. I could give in and fish other baits. I like fishing bigger baits. Tend to catch bigger fish, especially at this particular lake. This is the first actual fishing I've done all year. About to rev up this season. Helps if I push the button before I make a cast. Last year's big fish of the year was a 9.7 pound fish. This year I want to catch a double-digit fish. It would be my second double-digit fish, as my first double-digit fish come on topwater on a buzzbait, single-bladed buzzbait. They'll come in the fall time. I want a springtime giant on a Swimbait, preferably the 10-inch mag draft is what I'm going to be aiming for. And for the next, probably the next 2-3 months are going to be very crucial that I be on water every weekend or close to it. Luckily, I'm not married. I have no kids. I have a Brazilian girlfriend. I work a normal 9 to 5. I got the weekends off. Dedicated the last 20 years of my life perfecting my craft. And now I want to share with everyone else how I've been doing it, as well as learning new techniques and learning new things along the way. And as I do not know everything, but I know more than the average person. I feel like at bass fishing, I catch a little bit larger fish than the average person that bass fishes. And I love to share that with each and every one of y'all. Another high percentage spot. You know, there's a big fatties sitting inside that bury themselves up in there. This time, or it was the first week of March last year with this bait in this same area that I caught a 4+ pound fish. Boat sitting in 4 foot of water. Water temp is 42.83. I like paralleling this bank right here, or these clumps of bulrush, reeds, pencil reeds, whatever you want to call them. In the South, they call it bulrush. California, I think they call it tules. Nonetheless, it's just great bass habitat. Oh, that scared the you know what out of me. Check the chat. Mickey Bullard, how you doing, man? Claudia, what's up, lover? Mickey, you ate braid? There's instances that I don't like braid as well. Like spinnerbait, I rarely ever throw a spinnerbait on braid. I will always throw that shit either. I prefer it on fluorocarbon, but there are times that I will throw it on monofilament. But the life expectancy on a spinnerbait dramatically decreases when I tie it straight braid. But there are certain instances that I would do that, but there aren't many. But that's why I fish with about 11 to 13 different setups. Which is funny because I only can fish with one, but I have about 13 combos. I would say that's just bait cast. That's not even the fairy wand attack, but I probably got about 4 of those, maybe 5. Yeah. You accumulate some shit in 20 years of fishing. "4:46 p.m. This is one of those spots that I caught one of my last really good fish on this lake sometime in November. It was middle of November, maybe the 3rd week of November this last year, right in this very spot. Especially on the lives. I remember I had a giant try to kill this freaking Kitech right in this area. I had a flashback from last year. Man, I should have made some kind of crazy bet. Either I catch a fish or I swing from the rope. That could be a future live video. That shit probably snap, but hey, make great content. I'd strip down to my chonies and swing from that damn thing. Freaking water. I'd have to have a rescue team on the side. Yeah, I'd swing from that shit, man. And y'all familiar with Ben Milliken and Milliken Fishing's channel. He got Zark to swing from a strip down to his chonies and swing from a rope like that into the water. And it was like up at the Lake of the Ozarks in like 40-degree water. A 250-pound plus man just cannonballed into the water. It was the funniest thing ever. I do like this lake a lot in the early of the year because a lot of the vegetation hadn't grown up and taken up and occupied certain spaces, so you're able to parallel the bank further up the bank. Like I'm sitting in 4 feet of water right here, but if I go up in that like 2 foot of water right there and cast parallel to the bank, oh man, so much more water to fish, so many different more angles you could create. That goes for as when the vegetation starts to grow. There's so many different little ambush points and setups. The controller motor's making noises. It'll get a new prop on there this year. That is so cool to see one come up and just smoke this bait. Just looks like a mini car crash in the water. Definitely like shark-like instincts on that fish just to kill that freaking thing just sitting there swimming around. A violent car crash or shark attack. I appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday. The first live session of 2026, as is the first official or first real fishing video or fishing content, live content. I tried to do a fishing video yesterday, but the air temps were well over 10 degrees difference than what it was today. And I got caught lacking without a set of gloves, and I felt like my fingers were going to fall off. After 2 hours out in the weather. I was at a different lake, about an hour away from this area. And I was like a little woman, had to go home. I spent more time trying to warm my fingers up than I did fishing. So I figured, yep, it's time to go home. Normally I stay out from sun up to sundown, or when I get to the lake, I'm definitely fishing till dark, as we are today. At least I'm going to try to push that way. Don't know if I'll make it, but we're going to try. All right, big old lay down right here. Sometimes there's a big old fat girl on there wanting to eat. It is still winter here. Or as I say, there's two other bass guys there. Still, the fish are still in a winter mode right now, winter mood. There's not going to be a lot going on as of right now, but they still will bite right now. $4.54. It's another high percentage spot coming up. This retaining wall. If you're new to my channel, you should check out some of my past live videos from this last summer fall transition. You'll see me catch a lot of good fish off of those areas. If you check out some of my fishing videos from this lake as well, catch a lot of nice fish from this area. Man, that is all new right there. Little place got stripped and it's about to get sided, looks like, and probably painted. Don't want to get too close to this tree right here. After I fish this one little retaining wall, I will check the chat. Once again, I appreciate everyone tapping in. I'm looking for a birthday fish. I'm gonna be on a fish right here. Donk. So you see that little line of debris right there on their yard? That's from it flooding. You see all the remnants of the flood water right there, just past the retaining wall. As far as I know, this lake doesn't have an outlet. It has an inlet on the north end, and that's it. It's already at full capacity right now. We have yet for the spring rains to come. It's only probably going to get worse. Fishy, 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 fishy. Crazy cast, but hey, I made it. I'm going to check the chat. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. Yeah, North Carolina. And they got some more fucking winter weather coming too. I have a buddy that lives in North Carolina. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, I opted yesterday. I was supposed to go up. Normally, every year, my birthday is at the end of, towards the end of February. And so I always kicked off my year by going up to a lake called Lake Terrell up in Whatcom County. I just saw something right there. But it's a big grass lake, big fish lake. There's certified 10-pounders in that lake. But I normally go up there and kick my year off up there. I was thinking about it here, where I kicked off my year yesterday. I was going to go up there, but I decided not to, because just earlier in the week, they had snow on the ground. We hadn't had no weather like that. So That was why I didn't travel this year, but normally I do travel up towards Canada to catch some early or late winter bass. Some years are better than others, depending on how extensive of a winter we have. I feel like we had a mild winter. I should have went up there, but it is what it is. I remember I went up there one year and I pitched and flipped. I whacked 3 really nice fish, three 3-pound bass. Late February in the PNW, that's not really a thing. I did lose a freaking giant that day on a jig. Another real good spot right here. This spot and the other spot on the other side of the dock. Let me check my microphone here. Another thing's gonna die here shortly. Yeah, that grass didn't die much. Looks like I see a big old clump right there. There's a boat somewhere. Oh, I see it. It's going like 3 miles per hour. I want to eat this thing. No. Uh-huh. Still fishing this 7.8 Kitech. A custom underspin. On straight braid on a 7'9" heavy action rod. Right here on the corner. There's one just sitting there waiting to ambush. Nothing. I think last November I got bit right here on the corner. 2 days in a row and it never connected, but as far as getting hooked, but I got bit. All I hear in the background is that Weird Al Yankovic song. And just eat it. Yep. Fucking Weird Al Yankovic. Pull up to the boat ramp, playing, bumping that. Mm-hmm. Something wrong with him. There's some good tires right there in the water. So dumb. Right in that tree. That's how dumb it is. Nah. So yes, I got a new video that's going to be coming soon on how to modify this hook with the stupid little wire that comes standard on it, on this particular hook. And yeah, I just look forward to that. It's a game changer once you do the little modification, and it'll definitely serve you for the future, as there'll be like a little tip trick at the end of the video, which I just learned myself here not too long ago. It's pretty cool. Be sure to hit the notification bell to receive my latest videos. You see those pads already opening up. Normally they don't start to grow. I don't know if those are old or like new open. Those look like they're open, starting to open, but usually they come like bulbs. They don't start to even start to grow until the water hits close to 50 degrees. Water is nowhere near 50 degrees. It hasn't been since October. Pull the trigger on that one. Or last summer I caught a 5.5 over here on this Kitech. Come out of that tree and just smoke that bait. Man, something's dead in that tree line over there. Dang, that shit smells foul. So excuse me if I just Ralph in the middle of talking. You see my dog or my cat? Fuck, I smell it over there in the ditch. Possum or whatever the hell. The raccoon. I mean, right over there. Huh. $5.11. Yep, I think it's time to go for a boat ride. Uh-huh. Because the fishing ain't doing nothing. Shit's weak. Kissimmee chain. Yeah, buddy. JB Basson, what's up, man? 47 a few weeks ago. Man, I would have loved that shit. It definitely dropped down. Helps if I have it in gear. Mickey Bullard, yes sir. It's taken me a long time to be able to ignore the other easy baits to stick with the bigger shit. Or try to. Easier said than done for most. Most pick up a big bait, fish it for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and then tell me the fish aren't biting. Damn, I wish we had 47, 48-degree water. But they're still roaming around. They're still biting. They may not want a big bait today, but big bait or bust. There you go. I got you all on the charger. Man, I'm like an ice cube right now. Whew. Man. Damn. Whew. Oh, I found you again. Change it one. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. That's awesome, Mr. Mickey Bullard. I'll put you guys like that for a minute. Look out, dude. Yeah, those pads right there are going to start to grow out of control here shortly. I come back and make a circle on me. It wasn't standing on that log. I wanted to parallel that log, but old dickhead didn't want me to. A big bird. $42.81 right now. I hope you guys aren't gonna fish right there. Fuck me running. Looks like a good spot there, guys. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna shoot and hit a couple spots before it gets too dark. Pissed off a kingfish. And just got here, man. I cussed me out. Fuck you, man. Maybe not. Here we go. Stupid bug. That was a shitty cast. Wow. Yeah. Claudia, are you still watching? I'll put y'all back up here. I'll fish one more key spot coming up, and then I think that'll be the end of the live session for the day. The first live of 2026. Should get easier and easier every day. I hate to say it, that felt like a bite right there. Could have been grass, but there's nothing on my lure, and it felt like something tried to eat the blade. I don't know, I can't call it. But every day from here on out, it'll get easier to catch a fish. The next week or two, I'll actually probably catch a fish, catch my first bass. In the next 2 weeks, I will be on the board. Between this lake and Lake X, those are my go-to pre-spawn lakes. And Lake Terrell, if I can get up there, literally a 2.5 hour drive from where I'm at. But it's worth it. It's one of the other big bass lakes I like to hit earlier in the year. Never fished Silver Lake early in the year, but I fished it in the summer and the fall down in Cowlitz County. That's like Washington's premier big bass lake. I got grass. There's a big old thick thing of grass right there. That's just bright green. There's the grass that you're looking for. It's super shallow. Oh, I see a bunch of grass. Holy fuck. Yeah, we didn't have a winter. That grass is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna fucking throw an old tractor trailer full of chemicals at this lake to kill and combat the grass. All right, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make a comment. Damn, nothing. Still winter time. All right, once again, I was fishing with the Kitech 7.8 on a modified underspin. It's one of my go-to search baits, especially pre-spawn. Well, this is becoming a year-round search bait for me, but I really like it pre-spawn. I catch a lot of 3 to 5 pound fish on that bait. But I appreciate everyone tapping in on a Sunday. This was my first live session of the year. There'll be plenty more to come. Be sure to hit the notification bell. Check out some of my other content on the channel. Drop a comment. Share this. Like it. Until next time, Swimbait 79 out.